Hello friend, this is Shyam Rathore and today we will learn about the LC, letter of credit. Before start this video, we understand what is the LC. So here LC, letter of credit. Credit is given by bank to the shipper because he is sending the goods through overseas. So bank assured that payment will done by the bank after dispatching good. Okay, so in this as a guarantor bank work here. Okay, so if we know that here shipper and buyer need to pay to shipper because he want goods from the shipper. So here applicant will be buyer. Okay, so this message is related to the bank, and if we start from here, block 4 F27, this is the LC code, sequel number 1, total number 1, this is the number which is LC represent. And if you go to 40A, form of documentary credit, so it means that what kind of documentary credit is. So it is a revocable, irrevocable, like. So irrevocable letter of credit is LC in which the LC cannot be changed without permission of shipper. Okay, now documentary credit number, means LC number is mentioned here in block 420, block 23, pre-advice number 31C, issuing the date of letter of credit. Okay, so you can see here. And 40, applicant rules. Which applicant rules will be applicable? UCP latest version in 40 is. Okay, if we go to 31D, date and place of expire the LC. So this is the country of the applicant where this LC will be expire on date also mentioned. Applicant. Okay, so here is the applicant party identifier code mentions. This is the code which Unicode represented by the bank. Okay, here who is going to apply? So there will be the address of the applier, the LC. Now this is the buyer also. We can say buyer who is importing good for the other country and need to pay being under LC. Okay, so if we go to after 59s, here beneficiary. Who is the beneficiary? So in this case, seller will be the beneficiary. Seller will payment to the bank will payment to the seller account after dispatching good. Okay, code 32B, currency code and amount. So here currency, total currency, how much total currency is here is mentioned here in this code. So then shipper need to export the goods mentioned currency. Okay, so 41 applicable with the identifier code. This is the code which already unique code. Against this code bank release the payment. Okay, now if we go ahead, identifier code with an address by defer payment. Okay, so here by defer payment mean that payment can be shipment can release and payment due later. The defer payment rules. If you read 42p, negotiation defer payment will details 180 days of issue. Once we issue the LC, within 180 days we need to clear the all payment. If we read 43p partial shipment, okay, so in this LC partial shipment allow. 43t transshipment also allow, means partial shipment means that we can send the goods in partially, divide the shipment and send, because we cannot sell all the good at a time, so we can send in partially. Transshipments, we can change the shipment, means just like our shipment coming by specific port, so we can change the shipment and route. Okay, so port 44 code 44e mentioned here mentioned the shipment will departure from any port. Okay, port name which mentioned here. If you go to port of discharge, so port of discharge is also mentioned here. 44b place and final destination of the shipment. Here the place and final destination also mentioned here. Okay, if we go next, latest date of shipment means we need to clear the all shipment before this date. Now description of the goods. So here is the description of goods mentioned here. Okay, but this time the as per performa invoice, these details are need to dispatch. Okay, the agreement done under this PI performa invoice. Now very important things, what document need to require by the bank. So here mention commercial invoice in original plus 2 copy, beneficiary indicating LC number on performa invoice. We need to mention the PI number and LC number on the invoice. Second document, packing list in 3 copy original. Third document, certificate of original, 1 original. Okay. Fourth document, full set of the multi-model bill of lading in 3 and 1 in non-negotiable consignee 2. Okay, so here we require this. Now negotiable consignee 2. Okay, here is negotiable consignee is not a buyer. Okay, in this LC bank will be the negotiable consignee. Okay, quality certificate issued by inspector, this document also required. Okay, good meets quality in specific detail in the performance invoice. So mention the in performance invoice that quality inspector has done the inspections. If we go to next, insurance certificate for the 110% of invoice value. Okay, this also required, and play this the payable to the Zimbabwe of the credit recovery issue. This is very important, that the LC saying that they require consignee require that 110% of value invoice value. Okay, blank endorsement with claim payable in Zimbabwe. claims payable to the consignee country. Okay, if you go next, additional conditions also mentioned here. Okay, so what is this? Why procophyll and why typographical and spelling error except figure out an amount are not to be considered in descriptions. You have to understand, spelling error will be adjust but the item description and amount will be the accurate. Okay, so these are the additional information which need to pay attention. Okay, but the things which we have study before this are very important case of LC. Okay, so charge LC charge issuing confirming bank charge to be the borne applicant advice to be the borne by the beneficiary. Advisory bank charge will be paid by the beneficiary, but the confirming bank charge paid by the applicant. This is the mentioned in the LCK who will pay the charges against confirming bank and beneficiary advising bank. Okay, confirmation instructions. Confirmation requiring this? No, without confirmation. Okay. Okay, instruction to be paying accepting negotiable bank upon receipt by the file applicant. Document issued this strictly confirm with the LC term. Okay, so these are the additional informations we can read, but mainly thing we focus on the code which we use in the international market. We already study. Okay, so here identify a code. Advice bank or party identifier is mentioned here. The payment to be transferred by this LC is mentioned bank and identifier code also. Okay, so sender to receiver information, receive nets and to relay the see without liabilities or publication there are. These are the additional information so you can understand the thing. Letter of credit, we have studied some codes which is very important in international market. Okay, you can ask any discrepancy if you not understand the in these communications, so can comments and in comments box. Okay, thank you for watching this video.